Hey guys, it's Lucia, and as you can see, this is the first video that I do in my new flat. I'm gonna try to play around with backgrounds, locations, and all that stuff, because as you can probably tell, this is a bit echoey, so we'll see what I can do. But also, this is my first video that I'm gonna do in a series called Movies Worth Watching. So pretty much it's just gonna be 5 movies within a topic. So I'm gonna tell you why I love them and why I think you should watch them. It's no surprise the first topic is going to be science fiction, because that's one of my all-time favorite genres, I guess. That's what we're talking about today. The first one's going to be my all-time favorite movie, which is Gattaca, and that is a 1997 movie starring Uma Thurman, Ethan Hawke, and Jude Law. I love all 3 of them. Uma Thurman is one of my all-time favorite actresses, so that's a huge plus for this movie. It is a not-too-distant future. Obviously this was in the 90s, but anyway, not-too-distant future where eugenics or genetic engineering is like the main thing. So everyone comes out perfect, and people who have been born through the normal way are considered less than everyone else. The main character of the movie is one of those people, and he has really high objectives for his life and very high dreams that he wants to achieve. And it's just like, what will happen? Can he achieve that? Can he not? And what does he have to do to get to that point? I also wanted to share at least one quote for every movie. So for this one I have 2, because this is like my all-time favorite movie, so I love so much about it. I just really love it. The first one is, you wanna know how I did it? This is how I did it, Anton. I never saved anything for the swim bag. If you watch the movie, that would make sense. It's just like putting your everything to whatever you do. And the other one I'm gonna read, and it is, I was never more certain of how far away I was from my goal than when I was standing right beside it. Which also makes a lot more sense if you watch the movie. But the last quote at the end of the movie, that's amazing. I love that so much, but you have to watch it if you're gonna find out what that is. The second one is a bit similar to that in a sense, but it is Contact, which is based on the novel written by Carl Sagan. This one's directed by Robert Zemeckis, which also did Back to the Future, and it stars Matthew McConaughey, Jodie Foster, and John Hurt. And other people, but those are the main ones that you probably know of. This one's about a scientist who has always been interested in extraterrestrial life ever since she was a little kid, and she goes on to working towards finding that, or seeing if we can find life beyond our planet. And this is not a spoiler because it comes in like the actual synopsis of the movie, but she ends up being chosen to become that person to create the first contact with different species or other life in the universe. This is actually one of my favorite movies from my childhood, which is a bit weird because, you know, that's how I was when I was a child, but I actually watched this so much when I was a little kid, like so much you don't even understand. My favorite quote from it is actually a very popular Carl Sagan quote, so you've probably heard it before, but it's, if it's just us, it seems like an awful waste of space. Make of that what you want. The third one is quite recent, and it is Ex Machina, which came out in 2015, so just last year. This one's about AI or artificial intelligence. It is just, this guy has created a robot with artificial intelligence and brings this other guy to perform the Turing test on the robot, or the android I guess, to see if the artificial intelligence on it is actual AI or not. Meaning if you can actually pass that android as a human being. It stars Donald Gleason, Alicia Vikander, and Oscar Isaac, which was in Star Wars. That's probably where you know him from. It is so good. It is also like a psychological thriller, so it's a bit more intense than the other ones, but I really love it. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did. I don't know, I think it's really good, and it should have won more awards than what it did, but yeah, watch it. My quote from it is, isn't it strange to create something that hates you? Again, make of that what you want, but to me, if you want to know my opinion, it's just about how humans create things that then turn against us, and how we feel like we can control everything and create whatever we want and sort of play around with everything in the universe that maybe isn't for us to play with. The fourth one is Ender's Game, and that came out in 2013, and it's a bit more for a younger audience than the other ones, I feel like, but still, it's not for like kids, but it's a bit of a younger audience than the other ones, I feel like. This one has a lot of great actors in it too. It has Harrison Ford, Ben Kingsley, Viola Davis, Asa Butterfield, if that's how you say his name, I'm not sure, Haley Steinfeld, and I don't know, it has a lot of good actors in it. It's also based on a book which won a lot of awards, including, if I'm correct, the Nebula Award, which is one really important science fiction award for literature. I'm not finding my words today, but you know what I mean. This one's about a kid called Ender who is gifted and is chosen to be part of this group of teenagers, I guess, that are trying to fight towards an alien invasion or an alien attack sort of thing. They're trained in like a military way, so it's a lot of like strategy type of thing, but it's really good and it also has like a sort of twist at the end. My favorite quote from it is sort of from the end of the movie, but it doesn't spoil anything, so I'm gonna share it anyway. It's I need to find out if I'm as gifted at peace as I'm at war. I just really like that. The last one is Edge of Tomorrow, which came out in 2014, and it stars Tom Cruise and my favorite, Emily Blunt. It also takes place in like the future, and it plays around with an alien invasion and these people who are again in the military trying to fight against it. But the sort of second title they were playing with is Live, Die, Repeat. So that's pretty much something that has to do with the whole movie, Live, Die, Repeat. I think it's quite different from other movies, and it just has like a sense of comedy in it as well, which you wouldn't expect from a movie like this, but I just really like it, and again, Emily Blunt is just amazing in it. My favorite quote from it is, "Remember, there is no courage without fear." And that brings us to the end of the video. Please let me know what you thought in the comments below, or just giving it a thumbs up if you really liked it. And please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys later with another video. Bye!